Why content creators go insane?
Content creation, the last standing export that Americans under the age of 35 are willing to produce. Everybody wants to be rich and famous, and nowadays that's actually a possibility. Well, maybe not the rich part, but you can be like locally famous for a couple weeks pretty easily. Set up a camera, get the lighting right, and perform your own little talent for your niche audience to enjoy. Or if you're not that talented, you can just steal other people's content and pretend like you're original. A lot of people do that. You think people are gonna check? They're on the swiping mentality, baby. They're gonna like it and keep moving. They're not even gonna—
You want to make money on TikTok? Just post 1 minute long Family Guy clips. I'm pretty sure that'd be illegal, but if you want to make money on TikTok, the amount of channels that get like 100K subs or 100K followers on TikTok and then just post minute-long videos and get like 200K views and make like a genuine salary.
Gonna check the comments. You're in the clear, you f***ing piece of shit. And if that doesn't work, just, I don't know, show your butthole. I mean, so that's gonna work to some effect. I recently hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and that's one of the few goals I set for myself.
I feel like making an OnlyFans and it being unsuccessful is much more sad than starting social media and being unsuccessful. Like if you have like OnlyFans and you're just showing your straight asshole on there and you have like 2 subscribers and one of them is somebody you know, I feel like that's just like there has to be a monetary threshold where OnlyFans is like worth it for the average person, and the majority of people on OnlyFans are not making that threshold
In this lifetime. And to be honest, being a full-time content creator was a dream of mine since I was a wee tot, so I should be really happy. There's no way my mental health would deteriorate like a sugar cube in a boiling pot of water, right? I'm gonna complain for like the next 12 minutes, so you just gotta stick through this. So we all have our favorite content creators. Markiplier, XQC, Jenna Marbles. The best one. But if you've been around the web as long as I have, you'll notice that your favorite content creators will start in one place and become a fucking shell of themselves after a while, which is not fun to watch, but it happens to everybody. But why is that? Well, as someone who's had up close and first-hand experience with this career path, I know a thing or two about content creation, okay? Number 1, there's too much pressure. Oh my god. This job is a Sisyphus-level boulder roll where you wake up in the morning, pull an idea out of your ass, post that—
Yeah, bad performance on videos just makes you feel like you're like, dude, I post all the time, and I mean, I've learned to like somewhat get over it for the most part, but whenever you have like a string of videos do bad in a row, it just makes you feel like a fucking failure. Or even on Twitch, right? Like where views go up and down all the time, and some months are gonna be better than others. Like, for example, in the summer, I averaged like 5K viewers. And right when September hit, I skyrocketed down to like 2.6. I knew that was going to happen because the school year was starting. But even when it happened, I was like, I'm boring. People hate me. No, and no, I'm not making good enough content, right? Stuff like that.
That video, and then you show it to a variety of people for mild applause. And then you just sit there and watch the analytics grow or not grow as if it's gonna make the water boil any faster. And if it doesn't go well, if the video's a flop, whoopsie, there goes some wasted time. And if I do a bunch of those, then there goes my whole career. Let's hope I can keep it up, Tucker. Number 2, this shit is lonely, yo, straight up. First of all, I rarely leave my house due to this career. I'm not a travel blogger. I make everything—
Yeah, the interaction is definitely lower unless you're somebody that lives in like LA or Texas. Like I stream with other creators, but I don't like talk to other creators. Like my social life is me hanging out with my friends and going to a bar, right? Or some shit like that.
Right here. You gotta crank content out to stay even a little bit relevant, and I'm not even good at that. And it's just me, my camera, and my thoughts. I don't have like a production team. It's just me standing here, and my thoughts are loud, and they are angry, and they don't stop. And also, I don't even know how you reach out to other content creators. I don't know what's the best way to reach them, and it's so pretentious to even assume that—
I think reaching out, like I remember my management told me this, or just in general, like content creators will be like, you need to make content connections. Forcing that shit is just so awful. Like the meaningful content connections that I've made happen naturally. Right? Just like you would a regular friend. Like, you're not going to go out there and, like, force a friendship. I mean, obviously, you might be looking in that sense, but it's the same thing with, like, a relationship in any sense. The people that I stream with the most, I just happen to meet them, right? Like, Zeusy or Sneeg now or fucking Big Puffer and all them. Like, I just recently started streaming with them because we happened to get placed in a Minecraft video together, like all this other shit.
That because I have subscribers and someone else has subscribers that we should, like, link up, bro. Oh, I've noticed you have some clout. I also have some clout. Let's talk about, how, I don't know, getting pussy. I don't know. Fuck it. So I have no clue.
God, like, I don't even remember how I got on the Chuckle Sandwich podcast. I know Ted followed me, but I don't know how I got it. I don't even remember getting invited. I just remember being on it.
What I'm doing, I have no one to relate to, and I don't have anyone to vent to about this. All my friends work in an office, a 9 to 5, and if I complain a little bit about my job, they're like, hey, suck it up, pussy. I'm working the fucking grind. And I'm like, I get that. But, I mean, for instance, number 3, the comments weigh on me like the boulder on Corey's.
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah. Even, you can say, and I say it all the time, right? You got to cherish the positive comments more than the negative ones. But it's just hardwired as a human to look at one negative comment, and that just overcasts fucking 100 positive comments. Like, I could look at 100 people say, oh, this video was mad funny, and then I see one person, like, comment, this was the worst video I've ever seen of you, and I'll just be like, dude.
I know you're not supposed to read them, guys. I know everyone's been saying don't read the comments since, like, 2006, but my ego, it's just so hungry. And the majority of you guys say very funny, very nice things, and I want to be part of that fun. But then sometimes I get a comment that says something like, oh, he looks like Chris Evans if he died in a river and showed up in a lake 2 months later. Or, oh, he looks like a mix between a gummy bear and Mac Miller.
I feel so bad when creators think they suck because of one dumbass hater. It's usually not one dumbass hater. It's like the harassment of, like, 50 dedicated haters. Like, every content creator has people that just set most of their experience in your realm of just being an asshole because they don't like you.
Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Nobody has any clue how to make this shit work. The whole industry, everyone's just guessing the entire time, except for Mr. Beast. I feel like he sold his soul to make every video as profitable as possible, but he's an outlier.
It is crazy. I think he doesn't have any misses, because number one, he doesn't post every video he makes. I mean, EX, the video that I was in. But alternatively, he's not just a person, right? Like, content creators, like, all have misses. Big Tug will have misses. Everybody has misses. Mr. Beast doesn't show misses because he has a whole group of people that are helping him make a video successful.
Talk about him. I mean, people claim to be experts, social media strategists. They are so full of shit. I've worked with these people. I've seen them in office buildings. All they do, this is what the social media strategists do. They pretend like they know what they're doing. They come up with hashtag strategies and other bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like when influencers sell. I know a few influencers who do it, and I've never said anything to them because I think they're still pretty chill and I think they just need money. But I hate when influencers sell how to be a content creator programs, because I think that at the end of the day, it's experience. I don't know if Tug's gonna get into this, but I think realistically, you just gotta do it. If you, like, I could give you as much advice as possible. You could pay for a program from Jimmy himself. But at the end of the day, you gotta get in there and actually do it, or you're not gonna know what you're doing. It's the same with any job, right? Like, if I tell you how to fish, you're not going to know how to fish unless you go fishing. Even if I give you a detailed layout, right? Like, you're still going to suck until you try it, right? And nobody's good off rip.
And then they just throw a bunch of junk at the wall and hope things stick. And when one thing finally sticks, they go, yeah, knew exactly what I was doing. Ignore the 90 other things I posted that didn't hit. This is an amalgamation of everything I've learned so far. The internet is like the stock market, according to Matthew McConaughey. It's fugazi. It does nothing make sense. Do you think McDonald's knew that the Grimace shake was gonna be some kind of weird, fucked up viral success? They had no idea. The internet is a hive mind of the weirdest shit.
It is crazy that the Grimace shake trend just wouldn't have happened if that one guy didn't make a video saying, trying the Grimace shake, and then it cuts to him being, like, passed out in the woods. That was, like, a 2-3 week trend. Like, any of that stuff, like, it's just random, right? Like, what's going to do well on social media to some degree is uncontrollable.
And it's so stressful. I have no clue what I'm doing. And each social media site has its own, like, algorithm and people who are on it, and you have to figure that shit out, and you have to post to all of them for even a chance of success in this. Except for Facebook. I don't post to Facebook. Facebook sucks.
Well, Facebook shouldn't exist anymore. I don't know why. I feel as if Facebook 40 years from now has to fail. Unless the millennials today become like the Facebook moms, or like the or like your parents become the grandparents of Facebook. I just don't see, like, who here has Facebook? I feel like most Gen Z people don't even have a Facebook. And if you do, it's probably for like a video game you played where you would get like extra game currency, or you needed it for like some sort of school thing. Like, a lot of you guys are saying you have it, but nobody's like scrolling on Facebook, right? That's young.
Sucks. I hate Facebook. Actually, let me talk about that. So as an aspiring content creator, as we all are, you can pretend like you're not, but I know every time you post something on the internet, you're kind of hoping it blows up, kind of hoping you can quit that 9 to 5. I get it, let's not pretend. But in order to achieve that, you have to have a firm grasp of knowledge on how every app operates and grows. And like I said earlier, no one actually knows how that works. But we pretend, we play our games, and we try and weasel our way.
I'm gonna have one piece of advice that I see a lot of people do. Don't start a series. I mean, okay, keep in mind, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because, again, anything can fucking work. But I know a lot of people that, like, personally, that have been doing social media and have tried to do like series where they do like either short, like YouTube shorts or TikTok or Reels or something, where they're doing like an episodic-esque thing, and they think that it'll gain traction over time. It won't, right? You do episodic shit, in my opinion, after you already have traction, right? Because you don't know if that episodic thing that you're doing is going to hit. And if it doesn't, now you're just stuck in an infinite realm of, I'm just going to keep doing this until it works, but it'll never work. Do a bunch of random shit that you find interesting, right? Or the content realm that you want to make, stay in that realm that you want to make. But I mean, kind of diversify yourself. See when something works, kind of gain traction out of that. And then you can do an episodic thing. But if you're just like, hey, I'm going to start making a podcast. Me and my friends really think that we would make a really good podcast. Newsflash, buddy. Your podcast is never gonna fucking hit. You and your friends talking about your fucking prize picks for sports. You are 3 random dudes in the state of Idaho just fucking yapping on a Blue Yeti mic for fucking 4 hours. Who the hell's gonna tune into that? They don't know you, right? Most podcasts only work if you have people that will watch the podcast. You can't grow a podcast.
With all of them. So I'm going to talk about why I hate each individual social media app, and it's just for my own mental health. Number 1, Facebook. Get off Facebook. Why are you still on Facebook? I mean, let's not even talk about this shit. It's just a terrible app to begin with. Not one of my close or satellite friends still has a Facebook page. And if they do, it's just a picture from like 2017 and a relationship status that has been long since in effect.
Dude, also Facebook's UI is awful. It is the hardest app to navigate in the world. How do old people understand Facebook but don't understand TikTok when there's like fucking 5,000 tabs on Facebook and weird mechanics, but TikTok's just For You page following liked videos?
The only real reason to have a Facebook page is to stay in contact and to update the older relatives in your life who just don't use any other social media besides Facebook. If you're still on this app, I'm going to assume you're either a Midwestern...
what is this TikToks you Gen Zers are talking about? You youngins are... What's the YouTubes?
Repost the worst Harry Potter memes, or some combination of all of those things. Facebook sucks. Number 2, TikTok. This is where I got my career started, and I owe them everything. This app fucking sucks. The algorithm is whack, the content has become brain dead, it's just algorithm baiting. And it has turned everyone into goldfish brain simpletons that can't watch a video over 2 minutes without swiping away. And it's done that to me too. My brain has become rotten because of short form content. It'll ban you for no reason, it'll not ban people who absolutely should be banned. It's just the definition of the consequences of our own actions and need. But thank you so much for everything you've done for me, I really appreciate that. If you could verify me, that'd be great, because all my content keeps getting stolen and people pretend to be me and it's kind of fucked up. Then we have Instagram, a fantastic place to see memes that are 4 days old and they come from better parts of the internet. Or it's great if you want to follow up on your favorite celebrity.
Instagram Reels is the biggest shithole in the world. It's literally just re-uploaded TikToks. See, I mean, a lot of YouTube Shorts are like that as well, but YouTube Shorts does have a lot of unique content, right? Whereas Instagram Reels, I don't think I've ever seen a unique post on Instagram Reels.
This is big. Dream, hustle, repeat. Anything you want to do, go and make it happen. Build, build, build.
Mark Wahlberg just, I don't know. Mark Wahlberg just makes me fucking cringe sometimes. Like, I liked him in Ted. He's good in some movies, but it's like, dude.
Build.
Or to see pictures of relatives that you haven't talked to in a very long time and they're so face-tuned you almost don't recognize them. I mean, Instagram Reels is a terrible algorithm. That is one of the worst ones, and it's just a place where TikTokers post their TikToks months after they made them on TikTok. So just get a TikTok. I know why you're holding out because Chinese or whatever, but just fucking do it. Then we have Pinterest. I don't know Pinterest. I don't get Pinterest. I'm not a woman, and I'm not saying only women can use Pinterest, but I feel like it's specifically made for women to figure out because
I thought Pinterest didn't even exist anymore, dude. I remember Pinterest being the hype in like 2016.
Show it to me. I cannot crack the code, and therefore I will not talk about this any further. And then we have Twitter. Stop touching it, Elon. Stop touching it. It's scary. This was one of the worst places to put content out to begin with. It's so toxic. But now with the blue checkmark people at the top of every comment section just saying the worst takes imaginable. Every comedy Twitter page has become a place of interaction bait because they get...
Yo, you know what I hate about Twitter? Anytime I see a video on Twitter that I am mildly interested in what the replies are, all of the replies are just a chain of other videos that are similar to the video that I watched, rather than an actual reply to the video or the tweet. Like, I follow a lot of history accounts, and none of them, or not follow them, but, like, I see a lot of history, like, video, like, old 1940s videos or 30s videos, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool to see the past, right? Click on it, and then I scroll down, and it's just no one talking about it, dude. Or it's just somebody fucking... legs open, just spreading their vag, just...
Now it's just like, do you remember when SpongeBob was on TV? Good fucking joke. What the fuck is that? Now Elon's trying to get rid of the blocked feature because he saw how many people blocked him because he's annoying. And now he's blaming Jews for shit. I'm just so over that app. And how do you even build a following on Twitter? No one knows. I have put out some absolute heat, some bangers of tweets, and they never get attention. And then someone takes a screenshot of that tweet and puts it on Reddit, and it gets...
I feel like the big Twitter accounts that exist now have always been around. Like, the people that are making money on Twitter are Twitter accounts that have been Twitter accounts for fucking 7 years with a following.
Front page? The fuck is that? Okay, whatever. I'm done talking about this. Then we have YouTube. The best. There's no issues with YouTube. Please, for the love of Christ, don't affect my channel. Leave me alone. But despite all of that, if you could follow me on each individual social media site that I mentioned. If you don't have an account, just make one. It's really easy. Types of content creators that absolutely suck wang. I mean, I'm not a big shit talker. To quote AJJ, I'm too cowardly to take a stand. I want to keep my nose clean. So I won't be calling out content creators directly, but there are definitely genres of these types of people that are just disgusting. First and foremost, we have the pointers. You've probably seen these people before against your will. These people are known for their lack of input as well as their ability to ride the coattails of a much more talented creator. They always sit...
Scumbag Dad as in... Oh, sorry, Scumbag Dad. I know this is satire. I was struggling to find examples. No, Scumbag Dad does add stuff. But yeah, no, there are a lot of commentators that'll just fucking throw that bitch up there. The people that react to memes like Ben Telek. What's better than one orange? 2 oranges.
Known for their lack of input as well as their ability to ride the coattails of a much more talented creator. They always sit in the bottom of a screen and they
Don't you also react? Yeah, but I don't react to still framed memes and just read them and chuckle. I add to the video for the most part.
Just point up to like a meme or a tweet that they did not create, and that's all they do. I mean, sometimes they'll like chuckle or they'll be like, huh, that's so true.
Oh, that's literally Ben Telek. My son really made me ask his dad for something he wanted because I knew him longer.
But that's not content creation. That's just a way to handle the fact that you're a waste of space, Ben. You piece of shit. Sometimes they'll be there for an entire video that they're stealing, and they'll just sit there with the blankest...
Bro, but I'll watch the videos because I don't know where they found the meme from or, like, where the video is. Yeah, they'll just sit at the bottom, and then the top of the video, the top 2/3 of the video is just the video playing.
window licking stare you've ever seen in your life. Number 2, we have the toxics. Now, I'm not going to put any of these people up on the screen because I don't want to be put in their crosshairs, which will further their careers by throwing gasoline on the fire. I mean, I guess a good example is Trisha Paytas because she is exactly what I'm talking about, and also with my follower count, she probably doesn't see me as a real person. But these people just feed off of talking shit and hate spewing. Not like racist hate spewing, that's a different type of content.
But it's what they built their platform off of, right? Like, a lot of people are like, wow, this person's really going in a down spiral. It's because they're gaining traction from being an asshole. I'm not saying necessarily Trisha Paytas, but like any content creator you could think of that's just like known to be a dickhead, it's because if they're a dickhead, they get views.
And that's not funny, so we won't talk about that. But no, these content creators have come up with the perfect formula to generate interactions with their posts. First, they come up with a super bad take, like men should never cry. Then they hold that take to their chest and make a post about it. Then, of course, the comments are full of people saying, that's not—
While I don't want men to completely avoid it, seeing a man cry does turn me off. I'm seeing the pendulum swing from men shouldn't cry to a man crying has zero effect on his attractiveness, and neither of these are true. Well, yeah, if you're a guy that's just sitting around crying about every little thing, but if, like, my dog died, I'd cry. Or if I was really upset, I'd cry. Guys should be allowed to cry as much as women.
You know, doubling down on the take that they had that was so dog shit it made that many people angry. And then the people in that comment section for that post are even angrier than the post before it, and that cycle just continues until people stop giving a shit. In which case, that content creator comes up with another dog shit take, and the cycle continues. It's probably one of the laziest ways to make content, and it's also, I don't know how you live like that. I don't know how you look in the mirror, but, you know, to each their own. Get that bag, king. Then we have the split screeners. I have actual beef with split screeners because they keep stealing my goddamn content. These are just people who take another person's content and then they put another video to the side of it and pretend like it's brand new content.
Dude, because they make so much money from it.
Just imagine a regular TikTok, but on the side of it, there's like video game content or ASMR videos or DIY craft. Newsflash, dickbag, if you take one person's content and another person's content and put them together, you didn't make new content. You just stole 2 people's content at once. All right, if I seem a little different right now.
I will say, though, when the split screen video's playing and I watch it, I can't help but watch the actual game rather like than the podcast clip. Like, I watch a lot of podcast clips that are on like TikTok, and it's usually like a video of a GTA car like driving down this weird like U-ramp with gaps in between it. Editor, throw a fucking image of that on the screen right now. I described that perfectly. And then I'm like actively listening to it and giggling about that, but I'm not even watching the podcast. I'm just looking at that video and I'm like, it needs to make it to the end. And the video always cuts right before it does.
A little drunk, and now here I am. The last one is rant videos. Rant video, these people are dorks. They bitch about everything. They have nothing positive to say. And they just live off of these hacky, BuzzFeed-like articles about things that they're just praying are relatable. It's popular because it works, but Jesus Christ. I mean, you know, don't be such a hack.
Is he shitting on Eddie Burback? Hold up.
These hacky dorks. I got a little drunk, and now
I think that might be me.
Here I am. The last one is rant videos. Rant video, these people are dorks. They bitch about everything. They have nothing positive to say.
Big Tug! You're a ranter! You're ranting! You're shitting on me and yourself! You are ranting for 11 minutes!
Articles about things that they're just praying are relatable. It's popular because it works, but Jesus Christ. I mean, you know, don't be such a hack. Who wrote this? This is exactly about me. Thank you so much for getting me to 1 million subs. I really appreciate that. It really does mean a lot. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have a following. I'd probably still make content every day, but no one would watch it. So that's kind of a bummer. But I would like to just take these last moments to pay tribute to our fallen social media comrades that did not make it through the entire process. They went absolutely nutbags and they decided to give it up. And I salute those who want to give up, because that's very admirable in today's day and age. God bless.
That's a fucking W video. Took us a while to fucking get through it. All right. Nah.